My line of work has all sorts of different challenges. When you work in publishing, you get used to things having to happen at the very last minute. So when it comes to challenges, I think I've learned to stay as calm as possible, which is something that's a bit difficult for me. But yes, so stay as calm as possible, work through things as quickly as I can, and then find the resolution. Well, I have 3 rescue dogs, so I spend a lot of my leisure time with them, going for walks or just playing with them. I'm also an actress, so a lot of any downtime that I have is spent learning scripts for plays or looking for scripts, and at rehearsals definitely. I'm also part of the Comedy Nights troupe of comedians, and we're currently planning our next show, so I spend my time researching potentially funny sketches for that. As a journalist, I've been lucky to work on all sorts of different editorial projects that have been very exciting. But the one I'm probably most proud of is an article I did for Style on Sunday, where I interviewed the 4 living ex-presidents at the time. Sadly, Guido De Marco and Censo Tabone have since passed away. But it was, I think, the last time that all 4 of them were together for a meeting, and it was a really interesting and emotional experience to hear all of their stories. I also got to take a photo with the 4 of them, which is a picture that really proudly stands in my house at the minute, and it's something that I really treasure. So I have 2 people that I really look up to, one as an actress and the other as an editor. The first person would be an editor called Sarah Baker. When I was younger, she was the editor of Cosmopolitan for girls, and as she got older, she joined Red magazine, and that's a magazine that I still love to read. So I've always followed her career and tried to emanate her in any way I can, and she's an absolutely fantastic writer. As an actress, there's an actress in the UK called Sheridan Smith, who played Elle in Legally Blonde on the West End, which was a show I later did over here. And I think she's absolutely fantastic and a very versatile actress, so I've always enjoyed watching her work. Definitely, I would have loved to work with animals, and I still think that maybe one day I'll find a way to work with animals. When I was trying to see what I wanted to study, one thing that came to mind was being a writer about animals and travelling around the world studying the way animals live and then writing about it, but it hasn't happened yet. I also wanted to be a vet, but I don't think I had the A-level results to be a vet. It's very important to change your writing style depending on your audience. When it comes to print, people generally have more time to read and a bigger desire to read, whereas when you're reading on screen, people only have a few seconds and you have to get their attention very quickly. So that was something that I studied when I was at university in Edinburgh. We learned how to write for different mediums, and it's something that I've carried on. Obviously, writing for the web now is becoming more important and more prevalent, so it's important to understand the style and to write short, quick, to the point, because that's what people want to read. I have been lucky to work overseas as well as locally, and I still have quite a few clients who are overseas. I think the main difference is that people overseas often have the luxury of there being more people in a team. So generally in Malta, one person has to do a lot of different jobs on the same project, whereas in the UK or in other larger countries, there'd be several people to work on a smaller project. So I think in Malta it shows me that people are really hard-working and that we really try to make the best of what we have, and that's why I really love working in the Maltese environment. My most recent business project is called Finesse Consulta, and that deals with corporate etiquette and protocol. It's something I recently graduated in, and I'm very interested in it because it's the study of how the way you act can really help the way you do business. So for instance, if you're wanting to do business with a Japanese company or a Chinese company, then you need to understand the etiquette of that culture in order to come across properly to them. So that's something that I've been studying for a while, and it's really interesting, and it's something that's quite new to the Maltese market. So coming up on stage, I'm looking forward to the second instalment of the Comedy Nights, which will be the comedy show that we do at the Silesians now every Christmas. It's a sketch show, so it's kind of a year in review. So we're looking at all the funny things that happened with our politicians and other fun stuff that took place this year. So I'm really looking forward to it. We certainly have a good laugh when we're rehearsing for it, and it seems that the audience had a good laugh last year as well.